Shabbat Shalom, everyone. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High, Hashem, the creator of all things and everything. Secondly, I want to give all due respect to the leader and founder of Shema Yisrael, Chief Zippor, Chief Prince Zippor ben Zavulun. And I also want to give due respect to my spiritual leader, Prince Nasi Yashuva ben Prince Zippor ben Zavulun. And I want to also give respect to my Abba, Bilal Sunni Ali. I want to also greet all the elders, brothers and sisters whom are watching tonight. I greet you in the tongue of our forefathers. Shabbat Shalom, Shalom Lakim. I pray everyone had a blessed week and are ready to have a glorious, holy Shabbat day. Before I get into my lesson, I want to give respect to a great leader and elder, Hagadol Hamoreh Mishael ben Dawid ben Naphtali. May his memory live forever, and may his teachings continue on for generations to come. To his family, I extend my love and peace. And we're going to begin tonight. Tonight, my lesson is going to be on love and faith in the Most High, and just going into different psalms and precepts on how we love the Most High, and do we love the Most High, and what he says about loving us. Tonight, I have my daughter, Azanwanyi. She's going to read for me tonight, and we're going to begin reading. First, she's going to read the 92nd Psalm, then she's going to read the 125th Psalm, and then she'll read Deuteronomy 6:4 through 11. Psalms 92. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Most High, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High. To declare thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness in the night seasons. With an instrument of 10 strings and with the psaltery, with a solemn sound upon thy harp. For thou, O Most High, hast made me glad through thy word. I will exalt in the works of thy hands. How great are thy works, O Most High! Thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring up as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they may be destroyed forever. But thou, O Most High, art on high forevermore. For lo thine enemies, O Yah, for lo thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn hast thou exalted like the horn of the wild ox. I am anointed with rich oil. Mine eye also hath gazed on them that lie in wait for me. Mine ears have heard my desire of the evildoers that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree, and he shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be full of sap and richness, to declare that the Most High is upright, my rock, in whom there is no unrighteousness. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Psalms 125. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. They that trust in the Most High are as Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Most High is round about his people, from this time forth and forever. For the rod of the wickedness shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, that the righteous put not forth their hands into iniquity. Do good, O Most High, unto the good, and them that are upright in their hearts. But as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Most High will lead them away with the workers of iniquity. Peace be upon Yisrael. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Deuteronomy 6:4. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And thou shalt love the Most High, thy power, with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be upon thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates. And it shall be when the Most High thy power shall bring thee into the land which he swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Yaakov, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou didst not build, and houses full of all good things which thou didst not fill, and cisterns hewn out which thou didst not hew, vineyards and olive trees which thou didst not plant, and thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So now I'm going to do our tefillah, and I'm going to read the Ashkivenu and then do a personal prayer. Recline us, our Father, in peace, and raise us again upon our feet, our King, to a good life and peace. Spread over us the tabernacle of peace. Correct us, our King, with excellent guidance from you, and deliver us quickly for your name's sake. Shield and evade us from any enemy's attacks, whether it be through bitterness, sword, plague, malignity, starvation, grief, destruction, and disaster. Remove the storm from among us, and guard us under the shelter of your wings. Protect us when we leave and when we are returning, so that our life will be filled with goodness and peace, now and forevermore. You are the power who is our protector from evil things and the terror of the night. Blessed are you, Adonai, who forever protects his people, Israel. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai. I come to you, O Most High, on the Erev Shabbat, and ask for a special prayer that you watch over all our families, those that are traveling, those that are in their homes, bringing in the Shabbat together as one. I ask that you be with Leko Yisrael, O Most High, in the four corners of the earth, in the prison houses and the sick beds. If it's your will, O Most High, bring us together in unity, O Most High, in love and righteousness, O Most High. If it's your will, O Most High, heal the sick, O Most High, and free the innocent, O Most High. O Most High, in all things we give thanks and praises to you, for your glory and mercy endure forever. So the Most High, for this wonderful day, the Shabbat day, as we bring this in with family and friends and great food and laughter and peace and love, we say thank you, Most High, for all things. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Amen. All right, so we're going to get into my lesson. Once again, my lesson is going to be on love and faith that we have for the Most High. I'm going to I'm going to give like a list of the songs that I'm going to be reading from, or just reading about, and also any precepts. So if you want to write them down, but I'm going to give them now, and then I'll give them at the end of my lesson, to kind of, so you can see kind of where I was bringing or getting the information and communicating with you all tonight. So first, we're going to read from Yirmiyahu 31:3, Yeshayahu 43, 1 through 3, Psalms 46, 1, Deuteronomy 33, 27, Psalms 147, verse 3, Psalms 37, verse 23 to 24, Psalms 94, 18 through 19, and Psalms 62, 5 through 8. If I forgot any, I will just bring it up at the end, hopefully. I didn't forget anything. So first, I would like my daughter to read Psalm 119, verse 30.
Yes. Psalms 119, verse 30. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. Thine ordinances have I set before me. I cleave unto thy testimonies, O Most High, put me not to shame. I will run the way of thy commandments, for thou dost enlarge my heart.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So what I got from that was that we're to set our heart on the Most High's laws. That it like completely, like we can't waver. We can't say, oh, that law doesn't apply to me today. Oh, but maybe I'll use it tomorrow, or maybe I just won't use it because I just don't feel like I connect with it. Every law, whether we think we connect with it or not, it applies to us, and we have to obey the Most High's laws, and we have to do it with our heart completely. And basically, it's like we have to look at our heart as our heart is beating because the Most High allows it to. So why would we give him less? And he gives us complete life. Why would we give him less of what that he gives us? We're to solely just give him all of us. Next Psalm is 63:3, please.
Psalm 63, verse 3. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So I have looked for thee in the sanctuary to see thy power and thy glory. For thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise thee. So I will bless thee as long as I live. In thy name will I lift up my hands.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So reading this psalm, I just felt it was so deep. How like it's like how can we love anything more than we even love the Most High? Like there's nothing more important than the Most High. That's something that I had to learn. Just I've only been in this way like for 10, almost 11 years, but you think you love the Most High until something happens or somebody passes or somebody uh, just anything can happen. And then if you put that above the Most High, that means you're saying you love that or that person or that thing more than the Most High. And it's like, how can we love anything more than we love the Most High when he clearly said, because of his loving kindness, our life is better and that our lips shall praise him. So we can't say that we love him and 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 not acknowledge that our life is better because of him. And so with that, like he said, our lips shall praise him. Our lips shall praise him daily, all day, every day, whenever. Even if it's just you found something on the ground, say, told our Most High, because he allowed you to find that gift or whatever it is. Even if he's correcting you, you still say total Most High because his correction is the best correction. I wanted to, and just say that we must always just love him perfectly. A lot of people say, nothing is perfect, but when you love the Most High and you love him with your heart, he sees that. And in his eyes, we don't know, we can't say what's perfect or not ourselves, but in his eyes, he might see it as perfect because he tells us he wants a willing heart. So if we're loving him with our complete heart, then we're giving him exactly what he desires. Ezewani, if you can read Isaiah 43, 1 through 3, please. Yes.
Isaiah 43, verse 1. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But now thus said the Most High that created thee, O Yaakov, he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am the Most High thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I have given Egypt as thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So, as you can see, I wrote notes, but for this, I really didn't write too many notes because it's like everything that's said in that passage is so true and it's so clear on how the Most High is devoted to us, His children, and how He has shown us through all the miracles. And one line I always want to, I see and it always touches me is He says, "When you go through deep waters, I will be with you." And it doesn't mean literally like deep waters. It means any troubling, any trials and tribulations, He will be there with you. One thing I know that in my life, I've been through some deep waters, and before I even knew the Most High, He carried me through those waters. He made a way. He made a path. He always moved the destruction, and even if I had to go through it, He made it an easier path, an easier process to go through. So it's like now that I know who I am as a daughter of Zion, I look back on all my past and I say, "Told Most High," because those different steps that I took, I think now, like, I could not even be here to praise Him. And the fact that I'm here to praise Him means He carried me through those deep waters. And I can't do nothing but acknowledge that and say and give Him all the praises and all the honor and glory for carrying me through. As a one, if you can read Psalm 62, 5 through 8, please.
Psalm 62, verse 5. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
My being finds rest in Elohim alone, because my expectation is from Him. He alone is my rock and my deliverance, my strong tower. I am not shaken. In Elohim is my deliverance and my esteem. The rock of my strength, my refuge is in Elohim. Trust in Him at all times, you people. Pour out your heart before Him. Elohim is a refuge for us. Selah.
Amen. Hallelujah. So this psalm, I actually meditated on this psalm a few times this week. I read it over and over because it touched me in a way that I just couldn't explain. I've recently gone through some battles that I never expected to go through, and this song just touched me in saying that, the Most High is there, and I realized that my soul finds rest in Him because He's the protector and the keeper of my soul. And I can't find, you can't try to figure out, wandering and then try to be like, I'm at peace or I'm good. Because you're not at peace if you're not solely in touch with the Most High. If you're not seeking Him, if you're not praying to Him daily, if you're not talking to Him daily, however you reach out to Him, if you're not doing that, then you don't have peace right now. You don't have complete faith in Him. Like, one thing that I realized is that as a child, and this is a testament to the love that He has for us, even when we don't know Him per se. That it was an incident that happened in my family where the FBI had came after my mother, and they came to the house. It was 4 tanks, 100 army men, I think 2 helicopters. I was 4 years old at the time, so I remember things sporadically, and then of course these newspaper clippings that I read from, but in the stories that my mother tells me or used to tell me. But when they came to the house rather, my twin brother and I were on the porch, and my mother says she could hear them on the microphone saying that to tell my brother and I to step off the porch, and she could see us not moving. And she heard them say, "Well, if y'all don't come out, we're gonna bomb the house." And we still didn't move. And then my mother said she came out of the house. They handcuffed my mother, shackled her feet and her arms, and then they rounded all of us. And then another adult was there. My aunt was there, so they arrested her as well. And then they zip tied all of the children from the age of 9 months to 13 years old and took us all to jail. And I can remember even to this day, not feeling afraid, just feeling wondering like what is going on, because we were just having fun with children. Um, but I also remember that my mother, my grandfather, constantly told us that one day, this could happen. So they had already prepared us mentally. They had already prepared us with discipline. And I remember being in the jail, and I remember them trying to feed us food and we refused to eat it. And I remember our grandfather coming to get us. So, and they released us to him, and he was just talking to us about how proud he was. And I just say all that to say that when I look back at that, I think, the Most High was with me. The Most High was with all of us, even though out of my siblings and my family, I'm the only one who walks in this path. I feel like the Most High was with me at that moment. He was with me in every moment. And he protected us from these people saying that they were going to bomb the house. He protected us when he put a less of fear in our heart of what they were saying and the threats that they were giving. And he put in us that light to be disciplined and to not fall apart, but to stay strong. And that's something that I carry with me to this day. And a lot of times when I think about why do I love the Most High so hard, or why do I appreciate everything about him, or why do I have Shalema Muna for him, is because everything that has gone on in my life, he has been there a step ahead of me, clearing the way and making it better for me. There are things that, we constantly say, hey, I love the Most High because, and then we can't even finish why, because some of us truly don't even know why we love the Most High. We just know that deep inside, he is there to protect us. He has shown us mercy and favor over and over and over again. And it's not, let me take that back. It's not that we don't know. It's just that it's an undescribable love. And at times it's like, I can't describe it. I'm just thankful that I have that love. I'm thankful that I have that desire to seek him more and more through my life and through trials and tribulations. More recently, one thing I learned is through my mother's passing, that the Most High taught me many things that I didn't realize. Honestly, when she passed, I lost faith in him, because I felt like he let me down, and I felt like I was lost from him for a minute, because I felt like I did everything possible to keep my mother here, to take care of her, to carry her and push her through the struggles that she was struggling through with her surgery and recovery. And I had to realize, I realized one day as I was sitting in court and I was by myself, and I looked up and I was just talking to the Most High, like, why am I going through this? And it's only one person right now that I need to make me feel better, and that's my mother. And I just begged to him and I said, if you could just give me one more opportunity to tell her I love her, to hug her, to just feel her touch. And in a matter of seconds, I felt my mother hugging me. I felt her telling me that she loves me and that everything was going to be okay. And mind you, I was going through this process for 9 months, and it was hard. It was like something that I never imagined I would go through with myself or my children. And just her words in that moment felt so great to me. And I broke down crying in the courthouse, crying, nobody around. And I just had to told her Most High, because he answered my prayer just that quickly. And I realized that he didn't take her from me. He didn't punish me or anything. I had to figure out where my connection had got lost with him. And that one moment brought all of that back to me, and I realized like I have to have complete faith in him no matter what is going on. And when I walked into that courtroom and the ruling came, and everything was in the just and righteous, I had to say Baruch Hashem, and I said it loud so that the judge could hear me, to know that my faith is in the Most High, not in his judgment, but in the Most High, knowing that the Most High was watching over this. So it's like, you know, we we constantly have to remember that no matter what we're going through, no matter who we seek for guidance, counseling, even if we're just venting or talking to one another, the Most High is hearing, the Most High is listening, he's understanding our pain, and he's going to carry us through it. And even when we talk to others, even our elders or whoever, that we must also seek him as well, because his answer and his guidance is there. And sometimes we need to ask for that he guides that person that we're talking to, that he allows that person to give us a just conversation or a just or a righteous advice, and not just be there as a listening ear to go back and tell everybody what was said to them or what you're going through, but to be that person for you, and to be that person that the Most High has set them there to be for you. So it's like we have to just continue to put that faith in the Most High and to love him completely. I kind of went off with my notes, so I'm trying to kind of breeze through my notes and see if I left anything out. I just know that one thing I want to touch on is that we have to strive to be better each day. We have to strive to be better because the Most High is, like I said before, he's watching us. We're in a pivotal point right now where we have a community amongst us, Goshen, and if we're not striving to be better, if we're not pushing for righteousness, love, peace, and unity, then what is the point of building a community? What is the point of building something and saying this in the Most High's name, and that we are going to be his children and we're going to do justly in this community if we're not even doing that within ourselves? So in order for us to do that within ourselves, that means we have to stop the tailbearing. We have to stop the bickering amongst us. And I'm not just saying tailbearing against camp. I mean within our camps, within our families. It's like the wickedness has gotten so deep that we're battling ourselves. But yet we're sitting and we're saying, hey, we ready to have a community. We can't be ready to have a community because we're not bettering ourselves. We can't be ready to have a community because we're not listening to the Most High. We're not doing his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best, not to just to the best of our ability as he has set forth. We're not doing them. Some of us are adding to them. Some of us taking away to appease whatever we want to do. We have to get back, get better, and pray for forgiveness that the Most High forgives us. This, what we're doing today, is steps towards our future. This is for our children, our grandchildren, generations and generations to come. Like, we have to look at the elders before us. Many of them have gone, but many of their teachings, many of their righteous mantras, just many of just their character is still carried on through generations because they did better. They believed in the Most High wholeheartedly. They loved him completely and they had complete faith in him. So it's like we can't call on our elders. We can't say, "Oh, I'm the daughter of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob," or I'm a student of Kohen Levi or Hamore. We can't say we're students, or even those who are living amongst us, chief of chiefs or princely poor. We cannot say we're students of these leaders, or even chief Rofe. We can't say we're students of these leaders, but yet we are still doing what? Constantly bickering, constantly fighting. We're going backwards instead of going forwards. And what makes it even worse is our children are watching us. Those youth that we say, oh, they're just children. No, they're growing up. They're people, and they're watching us. And they're saying to themselves, we have to do better than this generation. So we still have time in this generation to correct ourselves. We still have time to say, Most High, please, with all your mercy, show compassion upon us. Allow us to be better than we were yesterday, greater than we will be tomorrow. We have to ask for these, and we have to be very specific in what we desire and what we ask for with the Most High. Because when you ask, He's going to give. And if you're not specific, if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to do a half-hearted prayer, He's going to give you a half-hearted answer. And then, or maybe He's going to give you a full, complete answer, and you're not going to know what to do because you were not serious about this law. You was not serious about the love that you have for Him and the faith that you have to have in Him. So I say all this to say that in today's time, we don't have time at all to play around with the Most High, to play around with one another. It's time for righteousness. It's time for unity, faith, love, compassion. It's time for us to say, to let go of whatever it is that's holding us back from being the best person we can be, to be that best person. There, Goshen and Sparta, where we are, is not the only community that's thriving. You have a lot of different Israelite communities, and within these communities, we all have to aspire to do the same thing. And then the Most High will show us that we're doing right. Every day when I pray for righteousness within Goshen. I pray for love, unity, peace. And then I also ask the Most High that if we're doing anything incorrectly, that He corrects us swiftly. Because you don't want to carry on an incorrection. Because then you start to believe that it's okay when it's not okay. So, sometimes it's like we have to put away our shame or our embarrassment of being wrong and ask the Most High, say, just show me righteous and allow me to see what I did wrong so I can correct it swiftly so that tomorrow I can be better. I just want to say, I want to do my closing prayer, and I want to say thank you for allowing me to come before you tonight, even through my nervousness. And I want to thank my daughter, Ezewani, for reading tonight for me. She doesn't want to get in the camera, and then we're going to do our closing prayer. Total Most High for allowing me to do Erev Shabbat once again. Total Most High for allowing us to get through this work week, whether we were working in the jobs or at home. Total Most High for allowing all those who travel to celebrate the life of a great leader and elder, allowing them to get there safely and allowing them to return to their homes safely. Most High be with the family of Hamare Mishael, be with the community, because the community lost a great leader and a great man and a great teacher. Most High, allow all of us who are here still, who are able to call upon your name, to call upon your name in righteousness, peace, love, unity, and clarity in all that we strive to be, Most High. Total Most High for all things and everything, all honor, all glory due unto you. Hallelujah. 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 Amen. Lila, tell everyone.